In just 2 hours, a small detail from Jungkook's appearance once again shook the online world. Not about a grand stage, nor about global music achievements, but the family initials engraved on the bracelet he wore. The question is, how could a simple bracelet capture the attention of millions of eyes in an instant? And why did Jimin's response add another emotional layer to this viral phenomenon? This phenomenon began when Jungkook's latest photo circulated on social media. On his wrist, a bracelet with details that seemed personal was clearly visible. Fans, known for their sharp eyes, immediately noticed that there were initials believed to represent Jungkook's family. Within minutes, the cropped image of the bracelet spread rapidly across popular platforms, sparking long discussions about meaning, symbolism, and intimacy between the global idol and his family. This virality is not just about an accessory. Sociologically, small details in a public figure's appearance can function as symbols of identity and personal connection rarely seen in public. For fans, the family initials on Jungkook's bracelet are not merely ornaments, but tangible proof that behind the grand stage, there remains a strong emotional bond with his family roots. This symbol was quickly interpreted as a representation of affection, loyalty, and deep attachment. Interestingly, Jimin's full and affectionate support appeared not long after the bracelet came into the spotlight. With a simple yet meaningful gesture, Jimin showed that he not only understood the emotional significance of the bracelet, but also strengthened the message Jungkook conveyed silently. Jimin is known as a deeply empathetic member of BTS, and his action added a new layer of interpretation. That support among members is not only professional, but also deeply personal. The public resonance toward this moment was extraordinary. In just 2 hours, hashtags related to Jungkook and his bracelet entered the ranks of global trends on Twitter and Instagram. Thousands of comments flooded platforms, praising the sincerity of family love represented within a global superstar. Many fans called this moment the essence of humanity behind popularity, a reminder that even an artist as big as Jungkook still places family at the center of his life. This phenomenon also sparked small academic discussions within online communities. Fans tried to connect the symbolism of the bracelet with cultural representation theory, where a small artifact could create a larger narrative about one's identity. Many pointed out how Jungkook, through a simple accessory, managed to convey a profound message without words. Jimin's involvement further reinforced that narrative. The support he showed was not just an ordinary comment, but a reflection of the emotional solidarity consistently displayed among BTS members. For the public, this became solid evidence that their bond was not merely an industry construction, but a relationship built on love and mutual understanding. Jimin's presence in this event triggered even greater emotional resonance, as fans felt they were witnessing true friendship working behind the scenes. The speed of this viral spread also reflects how today's digital culture operates. A single small detail can become the center of global attention, proving the immense power of fan networks in shaping narratives. In the case of Jungkook's bracelet, that narrative was reinforced by Jimin's support, creating a cycle of virality that became increasingly unstoppable. Yet, behind all the excitement, there is an intriguing question. Is this merely an ordinary entertainment phenomenon, or a deeper representation of how public figures manage their personal identity in digital spaces? The answer may lie somewhere in between. Jungkook never directly explained the meaning of the bracelet, but his silence instead ignited curiosity. Meanwhile, Jimin's support enriched the meaning, adding warmth that made this phenomenon even more memorable. In a broader context, this incident shows that popularity is not only about stages, songs, or achievements, but also about small symbols that open up space for interpretation. Jungkook's bracelet, with its family initials that went viral within 2 hours, has created an emotional narrative uniting millions of fans. And Jimin, with his full support, became the bridge that strengthened the message that behind the glittering lights, there is always love, family, and irreplaceable friendship. This phenomenon may fade like other viral trends, but its emotional imprint will remain. The small bracelet on Jungkook's hand is no longer just an accessory, but a symbol reminding the public that every superstar has roots, stories, and support systems that keep them grounded. And in this case, the public does not only see Jungkook as a global idol, but also as a son, a brother, and a friend who is always supported with full affection by Jimin. Undeniably, this viral bracelet phenomenon of Jungkook presents a reflection of how personal details can transform the landscape of global digital conversation. If usually public discourse is filled with major issues like music achievements, international awards, or artist collaborations, this time the focus falls instead on a small symbol full of emotional meaning. This proves that the public craves narratives that are authentic and closer to the human side of a world-class star. Jimin's response reinforced this. His presence in this event was regarded as emotional validation. He not only reaffirmed his support for Jungkook, but also sent an implicit message to the public that family, friendship, and affection are the main foundations that keep someone whole even at the peak of popularity. That full support made this phenomenon more than just a passing trend. It became a symbolic moment binding fans' hearts all over the world. This phenomenon also demonstrates how fandom dynamics work. In less than 2 hours, thousands of analyses, posts, and interpretations appeared. Fans tried to interpret the meaning of each detail of the initials on the bracelet, then connected it to Jungkook's life story. From a mass communication perspective, this is a form of active audience participation in co-constructing meaning. In other words, virality is not only the result of a public figure, but also collaboration between the artist and their fan community. Furthermore, this phenomenon raises an important question. Can global artists like Jungkook truly deliver personal messages without words? The bracelet with family initials seemed to become a very powerful medium of nonverbal communication. Jimin, with his full support, added an emotional dimension that transformed the symbol into a collective narrative. Here lies the strength of a simple moment that turned into a small piece of history in the journey of fandom. For fans, what happened in these 2 hours felt like a window into their idol's personal life. Although they are aware that privacy boundaries must be respected, small details like the bracelet still provide emotional closeness that is hard to achieve through music or performance alone. This is why the public so quickly connected to the symbol, and why Jimin's support became a catalyst that amplified the resonance. This phenomenon ultimately affirms one thing: global popularity is never only about stage achievements. It is a combination of small symbols, emotional narratives, and human relationships built consistently. Jungkook with his bracelet and Jimin with his full support created a viral moment that was not only sensational, but also left a deep emotional imprint in the hearts of fans. And now, the question is no longer why the bracelet went viral, but how a simple moment could shape a grand narrative that transcends cultural, linguistic, and national boundaries. The answer, perhaps, lies in the power of family love and the support of friendship, two things that never fade with time, even on a global stage as big as BTS.